The what? Real to what? Mataya, present yourself.
Kawaka. Mataya, ban banyanyan, ban yashala.
Mataya, ban banyamin, ban yashala.
Yahba Shem Yahsha Brakatan.
Yahba Shem Yahsha Brakatan.
La Yasharala.
The water, please.
I imagine, which means to stand. Wapanya Hapadam, which means turn to face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Abanaw.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Ayah.
Ayah.
Shukah.
Yahweh.
Malakavka.
Malakavka. Taba'ah.
Ratazaka. Ayah. I.S.U.P.K.
Baratza. Kawa.
Ayah. Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Lathamdanaw.
Lakam.
Ka.
Yawam.
Basalaknaw. Kawawatnaw. Kasalaknaw. Kabawatnaw. Wala'ah. Tabi'aynaw. Banasai 1. Abor. Awashaynaw. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Akab. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. La'ala
Aman. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Once they cut the power, Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahshua. Babakashah. Lathandanaw. Akak. La'pa'ah. Kamakala. Wakalmatawak. Akak. Latahar. Hamatazarite. Akak. Lahakwiya. Hamafia. Akak. Arakawa.
Batama
Slack. You said Hatama
Allah.
Slack.
Lagar Shan.
Ba'ashem Yahshua. The water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
We want to say, bless Israel. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahshua.
Baraklanaw.
Wayasha'ala.
Wahabayah.
Sapari.
Barak.
Magun.
Ba'ashem Yahshua. The water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
We'll say Psalms 121.
Asha'ah. Ayanya.
Ahahari. Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah. Izari. Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratza.
Ayathan.
Lamawat. Regalka, Al-Yalawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shalomar, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yumnika, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Layala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Yashamar, after the Pasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'af, Wabba, Ma'aitha, Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. So be it.
Okay. Psalms 83. Al-Hayam,
Al-Hayam,
Al-Damayah Lakab, Al-Thakarash,
Al-Thashakwat,
Yahanna,
Al-Yabika,
Yahanna Yawan, Wamashanayka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'ariyama, Sawa, Wayataya Al-Tazapawanika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakina, Wala'ah, Yasakar, Shum Yasha'al, Kaya, Noah Itis, La, Yakab, Al-Yakab, Warya, Yakarath, Ahali, Adawam, Wayashma'ali, Mawa'ab, Wahagari, Gabal, Wa'amalak, Palashat, Aindishabi, Tazawar, Ashawar, Nalawat, Imam, Hayawat, Zarawat, Labanya Salat, Aisha Laham, Kamadi, Kasaya Sara'ah, Kayabi, Wanakal, Koyashua, Nashamadu, Ayanda Ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatam, Nadiyabu, Ka'ira, because of Abba, because of Bak, because of Zalmanah, Kalasai Kumwa, Ashar, Amara, Nair Shah, Lanawat, Na'awat, Alahaya, Shayatam, Kagabla, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakab, Ka'ash, Ira, Wakala Habab, Talahat, Aryam, Khan, Thuradatma, Basa Irika, Babasa Bahalam, Mala'ah, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashua, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashua, Wayabahawa, Aya, Wayakaparwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Shemka, Yahweh, Ayuwan, Al-Ka'aratazah, Aman.
In the English, keep not thou silence.
O
O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarene, Gabal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Midianites.
as to Sisera,
As to Sisera.
as to Jabin,
As to Jabin.
at the brook of Kishon,
At the brook of Shaw.
which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb.
and like Zeher,
And like Zed.
yea, all their princes,
All their princes.
as Zabah,
As Abba.
and as
And
Zalmunna,
as Amunah.
who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in
the
possession.
house of Yahweh in possession.
O my power,
Oh, my power.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
And a stubble before the wind.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the fire burns the wood.
and as the flame set the mountains on
And
fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute
So
them
persecute them.
with thy
With
tempest,
thy tempest.
and make them afraid
And make them afraid.
with thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy
That
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
let them be confounded
Let them be confounded.
and troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame.
and perish,
And perish.
that men may know
And then they know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it. Sar, which means turn. Yeshabim, which means be seated.
Water. I would say shopping kind of
Up here, Yeshabim, which means to be seated. All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. You understand? This is the I.S.U.P.K. Sabbath service. We are going to pick up where we left off at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 14. And so, as our custom, we're going to read it in Hebrew first, and then we're going to read it in English afterwards. So what you just heard us recite was the prayers in the Hebrew and the English. We speak in the Hebrew because that's our original language. Our languages that we speak now, Spanish, English, Creole, whatever language we speak, those are our true languages. That's not our language. Those are the languages of our oppressor. And in here, like the Bible says, the Lord said he will give us a true language, a pure language. And so that's what you see us doing right here. You understand? So we're going to read the scriptures. We had Proverbs chapter 12, verse 14. We're going to start in the Hebrew first. If you could, mighty man.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 14. Maparaya, Paya, Ayash, Yashabai, Tawa, Wagam Salaki, Wagum Wall, Yada Salaki, Adam, Yashawab, Lawa, verse 15, Dariak, Awayal, Yashar, Ba'ayan, Yawa, Washamai, La'itaza, Hakam, verse 16, our y'all, but Yawam, Yawadai. I said that right.
Mhm.
Okay, come. Ka'asawa, Ka'aisawa, Wakasa, Kuala one, Ira one, verse 17, Yapayak, I'm a one na, Yagad, okay, come. Tazadak, Wa'id, Shaquarium, Mararum, Salak, Marama, verse 18, Yash, Bawata, Kamad Kwar Wath, Kamad Wath, Salaki, Harab, Walla Shawam, Walla Shawan, Kakumyam, Marapa, Marapa'a. Verse 19. Shapath, Amath, Dukawan, La'id, Wa'id, Ira, Araga, Ya'id, Salaki, Araga, Ya'id, Lashawan, Shaquar, verse 20, Marama, Balaba, Karashia, Ra'ai, Wala Ya'itaza, Shalawam, Salaki, Shalom, Shamakha.
Right, so now we're going to read it in the English. We are at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 14. Shalom, young man Darius. Shalom, Thashara. If you haven't done so already, y'all make sure y'all like and share the stream. I know the Sabbath service isn't normally the class that's shared, when really this should be the most shared class, because what you're witnessing is us taking back our culture. All that war that's happening in the Middle East is because of our oppressor trying to cling to something that doesn't belong to him, the land, the culture, all the wealth that comes with it. What you're witnessing is a shift on the earth. You understand? You're witnessing it right before your eyes, and you don't really understand what you're looking at. We're taking back our rightful culture. This is the start of the kingdom of heaven. This should be shared all over. You can't, if you ever wanted a black and brown paradise and a black and brown heaven, you're looking at the start of it and how it's done. You understand? You should share this, and you should push it the way you push everything else. You understand? If you could, brother, in English.
Come on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 14. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hand shall be rendered unto him.
Right. The recompense of a man's hand shall be rendered unto him. What you sow into the earth, you will reap. And that's just for anybody. That doesn't change based off of who you are. What you sow into the earth, you will reap. You understand? Every culture has a universal principle that's similar. The East Indians call it karma. You know, the Esau calls it the law of physics or energy transfer. You understand? The Bible says what you sow, you reap. You understand? What goes up comes down. What goes left comes right back around. And that's been here first. You understand? What you sow, you reap. So you should make sure that you're sowing good things in the earth, sowing the truth into the earth. You understand? We're reading the Proverbs. Proverbs is just wisdom. You understand? Wisdom that we should live by, so that makes our lives better. Go ahead, Matthew.
Like, that's so heavy that you said, because all the destruction that Esau has done on the world, now it's all coming right back to him.
Oh, for sure.
God.
It's you seeing it happen right now, and he's getting a taste of it. But when Christ comes back, that's when they're really going to get their judgment for what they've sown in the earth. And that's why for those that say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, if you think that's evil, that's really because you want to save white people. Because if I were to tell you right now, if the Nazis and destroyed the Jewish people should be able to get justice like they did. And so you can understand justice when it comes to everybody else except us. We're going to get our justice because the oppressor has sowed nothing but evil and wickedness. Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
I don't want to be long-winded. This Proverbs is such an excellent thing, but in the world, I used to read one psalm and one proverb a day. And I remember Proverbs was always my favorite because it's the whole Bible is practical knowledge. But when you get into these Proverbs, it's a lot of wisdom that the world takes, and a lot of sayings you hear remixed, and it really comes from here. A fool is wise in his own ways. And this is something that I have to remind myself all the time. You understand? Not to be wise in my own ways, because that is what makes you a fool. You understand? A wise man gets counsel. The scripture says in Ecclesiasticus, a wise man gets counsel in all things. That's what a wise man does. Meaning, you don't think to yourself that I'm smart. You're like, I know it all and I figured out. No, let me hear somebody else's opinion on this. Let me get their counsel on it. And what you'll find out is most likely there was always a better way to do something. Your way was usually not the way to go. Or if it was, there was a better way. That's almost always the case. It's very rare where your way was the best way. And that should be more proof why you should just get counsel. You understand? Satan wants you to not get counsel so you can be a fool and embarrass yourself and make terrible decisions. It's a lot.
Come. Verse 16. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. Verse 18. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Good night.
This is wisdom on how you should watch your damn mouth. Like General Muhammad has said since I've been in the school and before. Watch your damn mouth. It's such a small thing that, like the Bible says, the tongue is a small member, but such a fire it creates, such a large problem it creates. And really, when you look at our problems in our community, majority of it comes from what we said, from words. What you say? You understand? That's the Judite, that's how you know something you're ready to have. What you say? What? You understand? Like what you say matters. And a wise man, your words are health, meaning when you speak, it should be health to somebody. It should be as if they going to the doctor and getting treated. Your words should uplift people. You understand? There's a such thing as tough love, but if your words are tearing down people, you're not wise. And you're not a righteous man, because the Bible just said so. A wise man, a righteous man, his words are health. Meaning that's tough. I remember being in the world and listening to General Muhammad's classes, and it was so offensive to me, brother. It was so offensive to me because I was a Christian. But guess what? Those words were health. Those words were health, and it literally changed my health physically and spiritually, because I'm in here now. You understand? I'm pretty sure it's the same for both of these brothers and all the brothers and sisters in the UPK. You understand? That's the end of that.
One more, sir.
So,
verse 20. Deceit in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy.
Oh, sorry, Christ. We just have to go to the next question. I'm gonna read the next 7. That's too wild. We are at Proverbs 14,
12, 21 through 27, sir.
Okay. So I got it coming up. Proverbs 12, 21. All right. La'ah. Yahanna. La Tazadayak. Ka. Awan. Rarashayim. Mala'awa. Ra'ai. Take over from the question. No, that's not God. I got the water. 22. Yeah. 22. Thawa'abath. Yahweh. Shapathia. Shaquar. Wa'ishiyah. I'm a Wanaya. Amawana, Ratazawanwa. Verse 23. Adam, Irawam, Kasa, Da'ith, Walab, Kasai Layam, Yakrawa'ah, Awalaf. Verse 24. Yad, Kwarawatazayam, Thamashawal, Waromia, Thahaya, Lamasa. Verse 25. Da'aga, Balad, Balaba, Ayash, Yashakana, Wadarak, Wadabar, Tawab, Yasham Kana. Verse 26. Yathar, Marahawa, Maraihawa, Tazadayak, Wadarak, Rasa'ayim, Thathaim. Verse 27. La'ah, Yakorak, Ramaya, Ramaya, Tazayadwa, Wahawan, Adam, Yaquar, Karawataza. Listen, brother, listen. I remember when we first started the Sabbath service back in DC, and me and also Warrior, I used to be able to read this or write it down the night before and read over it. But so when I got here, I would read straight through it because I was used to seeing it. What they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, I haven't lost it, but it's there. But it's damn near gone, brother. And I'm going to get it back. I told Baquas before the Passover, when I came for the Sabbath service, I said, brother, I have to come back and start doing this because once again, if you don't practice it with anything, you lose that skill. And this is a skill that you should not take for granted, that you should not, let die down. You understand that? Everybody's seen that video of Officer Yarash read through the Hebrew like it's English. And that video went viral. And so many Jewish people were angry and said that's not real Hebrew because they understand what that means to see you not speaking any language of the oppressor. They understand what that means spiritually. And so we're going to get it right. We're going to get back to it. But Quat's been holding this Sabbath service down so immaculately. You understand? I haven't had to come through. You understand? And I still have to come through, but I'm going to come through. You understand? Because we got to hold on to our culture. So now we in English, the water, mighty man. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 21. Shalom, the shower, Shalom Shabbat. Go ahead, mighty man.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. Verse 23. A prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness.
Like if I could
go ahead, Quas.
That one, strikes a chord with me right here because it says, a prudent man concealeth knowledge. That when I first came into the truth, I just wanted to, just tell everybody and anybody walking down the street, anybody I come in contact with, and nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. Mm-hmm. So now it's like you're gonna have to prove to me that you actually want this knowledge outside of actually being in the physical school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when people come, when I hear people say Christian stuff, I'm just like, I got better things to do with my time. Mm-hmm. Give them a link. Hey, watch this. Right. And just keep it moving.
Right.
Because if I just go into it, I'm just, it goes in one ear and right out the other.
Right.
Because these Christians are Christians and that's all they want to be is Christians. Salaki.
No sweat. What you said is so true. That's why the scripture says, cast not thy pearls unto the swine. You have to be a prudent man. Prudent is wise. It's, once again, this whole proverb is wisdom. And a wise man, and not just the truth. If you ever been somewhere, brother, and that person that always wants to let you know how much they know, everybody hates them. You understand? and it's crazy because they know so much, they should be the one that's liked and valued. But because they always want to let everybody know how much they know, that's foolish. You understand? What you should do is be quiet until you're asked, well, what do you think about this? Or what do you know about this? Mm-hmm. That's a wise man. And that's a man that's going to be listened to. The brother that's always, or the person that's always now trying to let you know how much he knows, everybody looks at him like he's a fool. Go ahead, Mafia.
Yeah, come, sir. Now, I was just going to go off of what Officer Bakwash said. It makes sense because I've seen him multiple times when somebody's just talking, he'd be like, right. So that's that concealed knowledge.
Right.
Along with a lot of other brothers in UPK, I've seen that done. And the look.
Listen, brother, that is UPK 1 West. I don't know if y'all watched the class this past Thursday. There was a fake Israelite on the class with General Muhammad. And they got to a certain point where General Muhammad asked him a question and he answered it, and General Muhammad said, Shalom, warrior. And that was the end of it. And that should be a lesson. You understand? General Muhammad, because he learned from Commander General Yahanna how to be a prudent man. You understand? You know, don't cast your pearls to the swine. Measure everything. That's just all it's saying. Be measured with when to speak, how to speak. A wise man knows there's a season and occasion for everything. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the soul slothful shall be under tribute.
This is important. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, meaning work ethic. Nobody cares about your talent. Nobody cares about your knowledge and your skills. You know what works time and time again, what has always worked? Old school, hand to the plow, work. That is what always wins in the very end. I've known many of us known so many brothers and sisters in the projects and the ghettos that were so talented and they lacked the work ethic. You understand? And it's not to say our people are lazy. I'm talking about just those specific people that had the talent. They may not have necessarily have had the work ethic, and because of it, they never rised. They never when it came up to the occasion to how great they could have been. When you come in here, man, the Lord says, put your hand to the plow, work, put the work in, because that's what works. A diligent hand. If you got a good work ethic, you'll succeed in whatever you do. Right. I look at Captain Tazariak. He has a successful business. You understand? He's a successful on social media, successful in the truth. You understand? And that's all the brothers, but I use him as the example because he's one of the more known brothers. He's successful because of his work ethic. And that work ethic will make you succeed wherever you go, even if you are a slave. You understand? Shalom's sister, Akira. Go ahead, Makalia.
Come. Verse 25. Heaviness is the heart of man, maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. Verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduce them. The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in honey, but the substance of a diligent man is precious.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the next 7. We're at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 28. Which one are y'all gonna take?
I can take it.
You go ahead.
Okay. It's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 28. Ba'arak, taza dekwa, chayayam, what a rock, natha yaba, al, mawath. Proverbs 13:1. Bun, chacham, mawasar, abba, taz, walatiza, la'a, shamai, Ga'ira. Verse 2, Maparia, Paya, Ayash, Yaakal, Tawab, Wanapash, Bagadium, Hamasa, verse 3, Natazar, Payawa, Shamar, Napashwa, Pashak, Shapathiwa, Makatha, Lawa, verse 4, Matha Awa, Yan, Napashwa, Itazal, Wanapash, Haratazayam, Shan, verse 5, Dabar, Shaquar, Yasha Ana, Taza de Yak, Wara Shai, Baya, it's like it, Yaba Ayash, Waya Kapayar, verse 6, Taza de Kwa, Thetazar, Thumb, the Rock, Wara Sha'ai, Thasalap, Chata'ath.
Most High Christ. All right, so now we're going to read it in the English. Shalom, Nizam. Shalom, sis. Right? Go ahead.
Kamakan, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 28. In the way of the righteous is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. Verse 3, he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
Slack, if I could.
Before I said, I just want to say, Bailey, this is for you, Bailey. You should listen to what we're reading because the Lord is trying to give you fair warning. You said these false prophets are at it again. It's not a small thing to call the men of the Lord false prophets. That's not a small thing to say that. You understand? And you open your mouth wide to destruction. You understand? You better watch what you say. These are not false prophets. What you're witnessing right here are the true men of the Lord. Your freaking pastor who's going to celebrate Maya tomorrow, the Greco-Roman goddess on Mother's Day. That's a false prophet, Bailey. You understand? There's nothing false about what we're doing. We're reading straight from the Bible.
Right.
We're reading the ancient Hebrew.
Right.
We're doing everything the way the Bible told us to do it. Your church is full of wolves in sheep's clothing. Right. You might want to watch what you say. I mean, damn, we reading right here. You might want to take heed to what God says. We're reading his words. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say because you will answer for it. Select the question.
No, I didn't know if she had said that, but that's exactly what I was going to say. Just
watch
your mouth. That's it.
Select, if I could, so real quick.
Oh, go ahead, Mom.
And it shows so much what we're doing, and the Lord just answered you right before you even thought to open your mouth.
Right.
We reading right here, and if you listen, just go back a few seconds, and you know that the Lord answered you before you even try to open your mouth about, disrespectful.
Right.
And that's it, sir.
Most High in Christ, you understand? Pay attention, man. What you should do is like and share the stream. That's what you should do. Like, share the stream, push this truth. Keep reading.
Kamakan. Verse 4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Verse 5. A righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is lonesome and cometh to shame. Verse 6. Righteousness keep him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner.
All right, so now we got Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7. We're going to read it in the Hebrew. Yeah, you got it?
Come. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7. Yasha, Mata Ishar. Wa a yun. Call. Mata Rawasha. Washash. Mata Rawash. Washash.
Mother were shash.
Mata were Shashash. Waha one. Rabba. Slaki. Slaki. If I could.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. Oh, Slaki. Yeah, verse 8. Kapar. Napash. Ayash. Asharwa. Warash. La'a. Shamai. Ga'ira. Verse 9. Awar. Taza Dayakyam. Yashamach. Wanar. Russia Ayam. What the Ike.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
Slaki. Yada Ike. Yada Ike.
You're the icon.
Yada Ike. Verse 10. Rakwa. Is that Rakah?
Okay. Yeah.
I thought that was two words. I mean, both of those words was connected right there. So like it. Rakah. But buzza the one. Yathun. Mataza. Wa'ath. Noah Itazayum. Kakama. Verse 11. Hawan. Mahabal. Yama Ita. Wakwa Bataza. Wakwa Bataza. Al. Yad. Yarabah. Verse 12. Tawakalath. Mamam Shaka. Makala. So Bala. Lab. What Itaza. Kayayam. The awa. Ba'a. Verse 13. I baza. Lada bar. Yakabal. Lawa. Waya yara. Mataza wa. Hawa. Yashalam.
Most likely.
Damn right. So now we're going to read it in the English. We are at Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7, right?
Come on.
Verse 7.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 7. There is that maketh himself rich, yet have nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. Verse 9. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out.
That means the Most High going to take you out. That's what that means. The light is going to be put out. Shalom.
Verse 10.
So like I mentioned, and like Officer McQuarrie just said, that lets you know this is our book. That's how we speak. If you got older parents or grandparents, they used to always say, I remember my grandmother used to say, she's still living, but she used to say, when we was kids, she do this, I knock your lights out. Yep. She used to do that. And we remember that, brother. You know, as kids, she a woman, but her fist was big in your face. And she said, and she put it, and you see darkness because that fist is covering both your eyes. I'll knock your lights out, brother. That's the Bible is our book. That's how we speak. You understand? God is a black man. Christ is a black man. The angels are black. That's right. God's people are black and brown. That's you understand? It's always been that way. It would never be any other way. Those people that claim to be us are not us. And that's why there's going to be much more war and bloodshed. And you shouldn't pick a side. You should, if you're black, Hispanic, or Native American, you should be loyal to your people. You should be loyal to our family, our race, because that's who the Lord loves. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention. But with the well advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life.
Let me just say that too. I know you just read it. Wealth gotten by vanity shall diminish. Just for you OnlyFans models, they can tell you about that very, very well. You understand? Wealth gotten by vanity shall diminish. What's the second part of that though?
But he that gathereth by labor shall increase.
Do some damn work. You understand? You showing your body, that's not work. And that's why you talk to any OnlyFans model or any Instagram model, even you zesty brothers out there that you made a living off of vanity. You should learn to get a skill and do some actual damn work, because guess what? That doesn't go away. That doesn't diminish. Once again, the scripture says he that is diligent with his hands will be successful. You understand? That's what you need is hard work. And I know it's so easy for you young brothers and sisters to get online and show, make videos with your shirts off or your bra and you're twerking and all that. That diminishes. And you're going to get old and saggy. You understand? You're not going to be as attractive, and you're not going to have any skills to pay the bills. You better learn now while you still have a chance. This is wisdom. Keep reading.
So lucky. I was thinking about Burger King having your way.
That's right. You understand? You can have it your way right now because of that youth, brother. Who wasn't the ish in their youth? You understand? All of us were the ish in our youth. Every single one of you and us and all of us. And guess what? You understand? You get older. That's just life. You get older, and after a while, you have to have something real and solid to stand on. And this is just wisdom. This is the things you would tell your children. This is, if you were old head, you would tell all the young grandkids and your nieces. This is the lessons that we should be getting. But instead, you want to talk to us about voting and financial literacy and all those things that really don't get to the heart of our problems. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Hope deferreth maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
So, like, real quick, that line, whosoever despiseth the word shall be destroyed. These damn Christians, they take something, in their minds, what is great and big, like, not abusing children or, taking someone's life. They view that as not despising the word.
Right.
However, they take something that they believe is small, which is really the same thing as on the level of what I just said, as, smoking a cigarette or eating pork or eating a seafood boil. They think that is small and they can do that, and that's not despising the word.
Right.
That is all of that. All of the above is despising the word, and you will be put down like a mangy dog.
That's right.
Salakia.
That's right, brother. What Bukwa said is so true. Shalom, a young man, John, son of Officer Matabar down there in New Orleans. Shalom, mighty man, shalom. And Officer Bukwa said it's so true. That's why the scripture says, he that offends in the little offends in all the law. You can't think now that you can pick and choose what you want to follow. You can't. You just can't pick and choose. And I know the Christian church has ingrained that in your mind that you can now tailor-made your walk. The Christian church, everybody's walk is tailor-made to them. That's not the Bible. You have to now shift and change to the Lord, to his standard. And so, like Officer Bukwas was just saying, the Lord will put you down like a mangy dog, because to not follow the law, that's what you are anyway, as a damn animal.
Right.
Without the law, that's what we all are without the law. Mangy, rabid animals, pit bulls, and just everything that's wrong with this society. Shalom, Princess Itarak. You understand? It's like keep reading. That was a heavy point too, Bukwash. Heavy point.
That's it, sir.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 13, verse 14. We're going to read it in the Hebrew first, then the English. I got this one if I could. Be patient with me. Let's see. All right. Tharawath, Kakam, Makrawar, Hayayam, Lasawar, Mamak Shaya. No, it's like it. Mamakwashia, Mawaf, verse 15, Shakal, Tawab, Yathan, Khan, it's like Kana, Wadarak, Bagadium, Ayathan, verse 16, Ka, Irawam, Ya'asha, Bada'ith, Wakasayal, Yaparash, Awalath, verse 17, Mala'ak, Rashad, Yapal, Barai, Watazayar, Amawaniam, Marapa'ah, verse 18, Rayash, Wakwalian, Pawarai, Mawasar, Washaramar, it's like Washaramar, Thawa Kakath, Yakatab, it's like it. Ya Kabad, verse 19, Tha'awa, Nahaya, Tha'irab, Lanapash, La Napash, Watho Wa'abath, Kasayayam, Sawar, Marai, verse 20, Halawak, Av, Kakamyam, Wa Kakam, Waraiha, Kasalyam, Yarawai, verse 21. That's it. Most of my credit. Now we're going to read in the English, if you could, Matthew.
Come on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 21. Verse 14.
Yeah.
No sweat. Verse 14. The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of transgressors is hard. Verse 16. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool layeth open his folly. 17, verse 17. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is health. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored.
This is why we're in poverty. That's why we are the face, black and brown people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are literally the face of poverty because we disregarded the Lord's instructions. That's what Hosea 4:6 says, because we have rejected knowledge. This is the knowledge it's talking about. Brother, just imagine if we just followed Proverbs. If we really took heed to just one book of the damn Bible, sincerely, you would see our people change. But because we go to church, it has taught us to not be sincere about anything regarding these scriptures. And because of that, our consciences have been seared. So now you do things that are against God and you don't even feel no type of way about it, because the church has taught you to sear your conscience, to not regard this knowledge, to not take heed to it. And that's why we live lives of poverty and shame. Keep reading.
Go ahead,
Bakwash Salakia.
So if I could put a little bit of practical knowledge on this verse.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a homeless population out here in the U.S. that's you know, ridiculous, because it's supposed to be the wealthiest country and one of the wealthiest country in the world, right?
Right.
So if there's studies that have been done out there that says, you know, that shows, you know, what made these people, you know, homeless, and a good majority of them has something to do with like a major illness.
Right.
They have one major illness and it just totally ruined whatever it is that they had going on, and they wound up in the streets. When it says, you know, don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, that's directly going to your health.
Right.
And if you just avoid just doing that small thing, that catfish and all that, the nonsense that Israel likes to eat, you know, there is no major health crisis to be had, and you won't be homeless.
Right.
That's just a small, you know, one small practical piece that goes into that verse specifically. So
damn right, brother. And some of us still got hospital bills that are unpaid. I know I'm not the only one. I ain't gonna ask you to tell on yourself. Some of y'all still get them collection calls and them notices because of them hospital bills that are unpaid. Because, like Officer Bakwash said, because of our disregarding of the law. You understand? Practically, I still have a hospital bill, brother, from when I was in the world, and I had an overdose. I had two of them, but this is from one of them. And brother, I still get notices from that hospital bill. And it's like, if I would have known the knowledge of the Lord, I would have been getting high. I wouldn't have overdosed. I wouldn't have a damn stupid high hospital bill still years later, damn near 10 years later. You understand? So once again, to bring it to the practical knowledge, like Officer Bakwash was saying, these laws matter. You may not think they matter. There's a reason why each and every one of these laws are in here, and it's a practical application to it. And that's why we exist. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. What we're teaching is not feel-good messages. If you're looking for inspiration and motivation, go join. There's so many groups on Facebook and social media, man. Go join one of those inspiration groups. But if you want now the practical knowledge to genuinely and sincerely change your life, you should come in here, because that we can do, because we have the Spirit of Christ given to us through these commandments, through this knowledge. So, go ahead, Bakwash. Absolutely,
if I could, I don't want to be long-winded.
No, go ahead, brother.
On this particular subject, but I just came upon some information that can wipe that out. We can talk after class.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I love. I can't wait to the conversation. Like, yeah. I would tell me now. We got to do this right here. You understand? So now let's keep reading.
Come. Verse 19. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Once again, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise. Type in the chat. What's the saying that we use today that says exactly this? This will show you the world takes from the Bible and then acts like the Bible is irrelevant or outdated or not real. The Bible says, hey, read that one more time.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
What phrase do we use still to this day that says the exact same thing? He that walketh with wise men shall be wise. There's two phrases you can think of. I can think of off the top of my head, but there's one in particular that brings the point home.
I'm thinking of one, sir.
What you got, bud? McQuash?
Birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather flock together. Mm-hmm. That's what we all were taught.
I got another one.
What you got?
You are who you hang out with.
That's it. There's also so many variations of that. You are. That's another one. Show me your friends, and I can show you you. It's all the same thing. Iron sharpeneth iron. That's what the Bible's telling you. So now you can't get mad, you understand, brother, that you paying child support on some whore when you seen she hung out with whores. She just happened to be the one that was different. Come on, brother, grow up. So you can't get mad now that you in jail or you got felony charges or a record because of the man that you with sold drugs or was a criminal. He was the only good man out of all the brothers on the block that he was with. It just doesn't work like that. You understand? Rarely does it work like that. You understand? You are who you hang around. Who you are around is who you are. And one thing my parents told me, to this day, I live by this. In any relationship, somebody is the influencer and somebody is getting influenced. It's never an equal, exchange. That's just not the case. There's never an equal exchange. It's always somebody's the influencer and somebody's being influenced. You better ask yourself who's who in every exchange that you have. And if that's the case, you better ask yourself, what am I influencing or being influenced by? Be mindful of those things. This is wisdom. Keep reading.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
So now we have Proverbs chapter 13, verse 21. You gonna take this one, Bakwash? All right. We're gonna read it in Hebrew first.
Kata ayam, thara dap, ra'ai, wa'ath, taza de yakim. Yashalam, tawab, verse 22. Tawab, yanak y'all. Slakia. Yanak y'all. Banyam. What taza pawan. La taza the yak. Hayal. What? Slakia. Kawa ta'a, verse 23. Rabah, Akal, Nayar, Ra'ashim, Wayash, Nasapat, Bala'ah, Mashapat, verse 24. It's like Ha Washak, Shabbatwa, Shawa Na'a, Banwa, Wa Ahabwa, Shakarwa, Mawasar, verse 25. Taza de Yak, Akal, Lashabai, Napashwa, it's like it, Wabatan, Rasha'ayim, Thakasar, Proverbs 14 and 1. Hacha Mawath, Nasha Yum, Banatha, Bayatha, Walath, Bayadya, Thaha Rasanwa, verse 2. Hawalak, Baya Sharwa, Yara'ah, Yahawa, Wanal was Dara Darak Yawa, Waba Slakia, Bawa Zahawa. That's it.
So now we're going to read it in the English. We are at Proverbs chapter 13, verse 21.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 21. Salaki. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 21. Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid.
Go ahead, absolutely.
It says, evil pursueth sinners.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people are making fun of it, but people with the pushites on and like, hey man, you need to take that off. You're like, nah, I got ops. There are people who live like that, who can go, to the next neighborhood because they got people out there that want to do them ill will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you do ill will, people are going to be looking over for you. Just like I'm about showing my age, but there's a famous poet out there that said, I had to worry about some punk that I roughed up way back. You know what I'm saying? so no, even whatever you're doing, if you're doing evil, it's going to come right back on you. That's just right. Like what Officer Kazak said earlier, what goes around comes around. That's what the world says.
Exactly.
But he just brought it out before. Everything that the world is saying is coming from here.
Right. That's
so
right. And that's why I love the word when it says pursueth, meaning if you're a sinner, make no mistake about it, that evil is hot on your tail. It's right on you. It ain't something now you think that you escaped it. It's there. It's pursuing you. You understand? Like a heat-seeking missile. You understand? You as a sinner, you hot. You full of heat, huh? You a hot boy. You're a hot girl. And that missile, that heat-seeking missile, that evil is following you. You understand? That's why, like Bukwa said, the example he used, I never even understood that, brother. What do you mean you can't go here? Because, brother, I can go anywhere because of the UPK. I don't live certain lifestyles anymore, and so now we can go anywhere. We talking about this is such and such hood. What does that mean to me? You understand? I can't compute, and I thank the Lord for the UPK because there was a time where me and then also our Wadi, he'll tell you certain places we couldn't go, certain places we got banned from, certain places we just couldn't go because of the lifestyle that we lived. And that comes from the evil from the church and from the world. Go ahead, question, Mataya.
Like, if I could, just to give you a personal story and a practical story, before I was in the truth, there was certain things that I didn't do, like, that was, against the law, like paying taxes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That evil pursued me, even when I came into the truth.
Right.
IRS hit me upside the head.
Right.
I'm like, man, you serious? Man, I did that thing years ago. But I had to.
That's right.
I had to man up and do what was required of me.
Right.
Now I ain't got to worry about it.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
I understand that. Salaki, if I would on what I was going to say is the righteous good. I mean, Salaki, the righteous good shall be repaid. I mean, the works that General Yahanna and the UPK has done, we good in any hood.
That's right.
International, domestic, don't matter. Where our people at, we good. And it's still building more and more and more.
Yep.
It's unfolding right before your eyes. So you should come up in this body. That's the wisest choice.
That's right.
Doable practice.
You understand? I want to ask the sister a question. Akira said, so like I said, if I may, does the Most High judge your statements, the things you say, whether they be sarcastic or heartfelt? Example, joking about something, but articulating it as fact/believable. If you could, Mathiah, just real fast, give me Ephesians chapter 5, verse 4. Okay. Yes. And that's why in the Proverbs, all through almost every chapter of Proverbs, it talks about what you say. If anybody has ever read Proverbs, I've read Proverbs through and through. Like I said, I read that all the time in the world. And if you read Proverbs, every chapter, it mentions something about watching what you say. Watching what you say. Hold your tongue. A man that rules his tongue, rules his spirit. And it's always about what you say. You understand? That's why Christ even said it's not what goes into a man's mouth that defiles him, but what comes out of his mouth. Even Christ was saying this. Christ had the wisdom that came from Proverbs. So when it comes to joking or this sarcasm, stuff like that, here's what you need right here. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 4.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 4. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks.
Right. So now this is Paul speaking to the school in Ephesus. Ephesus, I always say it wrong. It's either Ephesus or Ephesus. Who cares? Right? As Paul is telling them, when you speak, don't give in to unclean talk. You understand? There's a type of talking that's unclean, which happens in the church. There's a type of talking that's just foolish, which comes from immaturity. And then there's a talking that's jesting. Jesting is an old English word for playing, just like a court jester. A court jester was the man who danced and entertained the royalty, and his job was to be a joke. It was to be a joke. And so too much of anything is wrong. Just understand, there are brothers in here that see through a lot of jokes. And like the old adage says, there's truth in every joke. You understand? So just be real mindful of how you play, how you joke. We joking here. You understand? Hell, you understand it? I have to stop myself from joking a lot of times because there's just some of us are just, grew up a certain way where, that's just how you cope or how you express yourself. A lot of that, you cut it. You understand? It's unnecessary. There's a joking that is foolish. You understand? There's a joking that is not wise. There's a joking that tears brothers apart. Like that whole thing that we think is our culture, black culture, that's what they call it, roasting, or down south they call it working, or roasting the dozens, cracking on each other. That's a joking that destroys this place. That's the type of joking that destroys our brotherhood. You understand? So the water too says shalom. You understand? Shalom, the water. There's a type of joking that destroys the brotherhood, that destroys the sisterhood. And a lot of us know that. You got that one person, every time they crack a joke, it's like, okay, but what you mean by that? You understand? Right. Like, we all had been in a situation where somebody cracked a joke on you and you laugh in that moment. And then when you get by yourself later, it's playing in your head like, but what they meant though? but what they really meant. You understand? That's why I say that even with the joking, it can go too far. You understand? So just really, the only way you can learn is to come around here and be in the environment to learn what to say and what not to say and how to joke. Because without it, brother, I was offending everybody before the UPK. My jokes were very dark and very unbrotherly. Until I came in here and I have a better sense of humor. It's like, brother, that's not funny. Like, why would you even think to say that? That's not funny. That's evil. So that's what the Lord does judge you based off of your jokes and all that. Go ahead.
It's like it, and it's so true, because now instead of me joking with my brothers or at my brothers or against my brothers, I rather joke against the heathens. And it's way more fun. It's better. Way more fun.
Oh, brother. And I need to be long with it. What you said is so true. I grew up, we joke. This is how my family grew up. We would roast each other. And we grew up, that was the way we thought to show love. And ever since I came into the truth, I told myself I would not do that to my siblings. And because of it, me and my brother, who fought all the time, we 2 years apart growing up, we are real close. As close as we can be, him being in the world and me in the truth. But we're the closest we ever been, because I've eliminated that level of immaturity and really unbrotherliness that creates that type of ill environment. Right. And the problem is, none of us ever says we offended or that I don't like that, but it affects how you look at the person and treat them. What has to happen is, if somebody says a joke that offends you, say something. First of all, if anything offends you, you have to say something. That's your duty. Second of all, those of you that like to joke, stop damn joking all the time. There's a time and place for everything. Grow up, like I had to do, like I'm still doing. You understand? It's just, we live in a serious life, and when you really look at things, it's really not too much time for joking. It's not specific to you, sis. This is just to everybody. Really, I'm talking to myself, but this applies to me as well. Let's go back to where we at. I didn't want to be long-winded on it, but that was an excellent question, because that's something that a lot of us experience. The joke, all that joking. you'll see a lot of councils that will happen because of a joke. Well, he said this, and then everybody laughed at me. You don't think brothers remember those things? I hate to tell y'all that, and especially the tribe of Judah. Judah will remember that one time you cracked them and everybody laughed, but it wasn't that funny to him. That was sitting in the back of his mind. You can't believe how long. You understand? Let's not do that to each other. Like Matthias said, if we're gonna crack on somebody, let's crack on these dirty, stinking, nasty, barbaric, uncivilized, funny looking, funny talking heathens. There's so much we can joke about the other people. But we have to crack on each other. That's not. I refuse to do that. You understand? Like Mother Yah said, let's crack on the people that should be cracked on. Let's roast them. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the tailgate. Salaki.
Real quick.
Now we here now. We in the shit now. Come on, let's get it.
It said a good man leaveth inheritance for his children's children. Only thing that we are leaving our children and children's children is debt. You know what I'm saying? Debt and bad decision making.
Right.
That's the only thing we leave in our peoples. Because of Commander General Yahanna, you know what I'm saying, under the Most High in Christ,
right?
We're changing that.
Yeah,
we're absolutely changing that, and because of that, we on the cusp of Christ coming back.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. You damn right about that. And it's gonna keep going too. That's all I think about, Bakwash. I look at the young brothers like Officer Nawan, who sit down there in Florida. Officer just taught his first class at 16. That's not small. Think about what you were doing at 16, and now look at the brother down in Florida and all the other officers that's coming in. Captain Yatazak's sons down in Houston. Officer Malakwaf's sons. These brothers and sisters. Forget about all the daughters. You understand? You don't really see the girls because the sisters don't hold rank. But there's so many brothers here that got daughters that's coming up in age that grew up in the truth.
Right.
You're going to see an entire different generation of our people that have a completely different mindset. And this younger generation, they're going to set the standard on how we should live. You don't think our younger kids are going to be trendy? Like, okay, you gotta look at how our people are influenced. Our people are influenced by what's trendy, by what's popular. And these our younger generation, they're going to make this righteous lifestyle popular. We're already doing it, but it's going to be solidified as they come up. And now certain things is not going to be taboo. You understand that you're going to see these young sisters, and these young brothers get married and be righteous and loving towards each other. And that's going to be the standard. And anybody else that's not doing it is going to be lame. You understand? So Akira says, are there any precepts explaining how a wife can submit to her husband in the midst of his sin/folly, understanding that the man is the head, but is not being led by Christ? Yes, I'll get it for you. Let's finish reading this, and I'll get you 2 of them. I got 2 off the top of my head I can give you. Let's finish this.
Come.
Get to this Hebrew.
Come. Verse 23. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. Verse 24, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Verse 25, the righteous eateth to satisfy his salakia. The righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Read that slide. Read that again. Read that again.
Come. Every wise woman buildeth her house.
That's right.
But the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
The foolish plucketh it down with her hands. I don't mean to get on this slide.
Go ahead,
I don't mean to get on, but this is heavy right here. It's saying, A wise woman will build her house. What does that mean? That does not mean you should give your husband a pass for the wickedness that he does. That is not what that means. What that means is a wise woman, if a man is doing wickedness, she's going to go and get counsel to better that household. You know what I'm saying? And also, because I was going to pull up some precepts, is going to go straight into what the sister's asking, right? A foolish woman will plucketh her house down, not because her husband is doing foolishness, but is doing something that she don't want him to do. You know what I'm saying? He tells her to, put some goddamn clothes on, and she plucketh her house down because she wants to do what else she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with something evil and wicked, but it just has something to do with what they do not like. If a man tells her to, you're not going out with these wicked sisters, and you want to go out with them, now you're going to kick the man out the house because you want to be 304. Right. You know what I'm saying? If a man tells you to put some clothes on and stop, you're not to hang out with, you're not to have a work husband, then you're going to put him out because you want to have this work husband, or you want to wear, these low cut revealing things and whatnot. Going out the house in booty shorts and your tail halfway hanging out. Now you kicking them out the house. Or how about this? This is not unlawful. This is not unlawful, but it goes against what society and what women want. A man going out and getting another woman. She plucketh her house down. Now she out. Now here he was actually providing for the house. You know what I'm saying? There's many situations like this, and women tend to do this. The man is actually providing for the house in every way that she actually wants it. He goes out and gets another woman. Now she kicks him out the house, and she's getting a fraction of that provision, a fraction of that provision. And now she's saying, "Ain't no good men out here." Well, you just have one, and you kicked him out for doing what God said he's allowed to do. You're a wicked woman.
And here's a sad part. Many of our mothers, many of our grandmothers, they weren't wise women. They were women that plucked down their house. And that's why your experience as a child was the way it was. That's why our experiences and the things that happened to us as a people were the way they were, because we grew up with foolish mothers and foolish grandmothers. And on the flip side of that, the Bible says a wicked woman is a portion of a wicked man. Your father laid down with your mother and had you. That's what it is. We can't talk about the sisters without going into now what it boils down to. Your father had sex with your mother and had you because he was a wicked man. And he got with a wicked woman and they had you. And now your life, your childhood was impacted by having two wicked parents. This is why it's very important to follow what God says, because only a righteous person can escape these type of things. So now to answer the sister's question, she said, are there any precepts explaining how a wife can submit to her husband in the midst of his sin and folly? For time's sake, I'm going to get you this one. I'm going to reference the other one. I'm going to give it to you so you can read it. But for time's sake, here's the one that you need. Read that if you could.
Come on. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord.
As unto who?
The Lord.
Okay. Go ahead.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
Okay.
Even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Here's the question that I will ask, and I ask any sister that asked this. This is a question that I've heard many times in the short time I've been in the school. And it's a good question, you understand, because it's always good to get the answer to your questions. But here's what I always ask sisters in return. Is there how does a child listen to their parent if they have a bad parent? And if you don't have kids, this might be a hard example to understand, meaning as a parent, you haven't done everything right. Did that now give your child permission to not listen to you? Now, if you're a parent out there, I want you to answer this. There's times as a parent that you've done things wrong. To believe you haven't, then you're worse than what I thought. But there's times as a parent that you can admit where you've done things wrong. And that occasion, was that an occasion for your child to now be over you or to not listen to you? And of course, for time's sake, majority of people will say no. And then you'll ask why. I'll ask why. Because of the relationship of a parent and a child. Even when the parent is wrong, the parent is still the parent. The child just has to now learn what is wise, what they're being told, and what's not wise. So for time's sake, I'll give it to you. You understand? A sister is to submit to her husband as if he were Christ. You are responsible to not follow any order that's unlawful. Meaning, if your husband is telling you, babe, let me get $20 so I can go get a dub or some weed, you are supposed to tell him, Salaki, babe, Salaki, I can't give you no, I can't support, you said it. Babe, let's go get a crab boil. Salaki, sir, Salaki, baby. We can't do that. You understand? Some of you sisters are actually, rarely, but there are some sisters that are married to a Nabal. You understand? That's Nabal. And here's the scripture you want to read too. I'll give it to you. We can't go there for time's sake. Nabal is in when you go to 1 Samuel chapter 25. Read 1 Samuel chapter 25. It talks about Nabal, who the Bible calls a evil and churlish man, a fool. His name literally translates to fool. And he was married to a righteous woman, Abigail. And Abigail served Nabal. Abigail did everything she was supposed to as a wife. And you know what happened? The Lord killed Nabal. And Abigail married King David. You understand? And she was able to now have a righteous warrior. But it didn't happen because she was thinking about David while she was with Nabal. It didn't happen because she was a evil woman while she was with Nabal. The Lord was able to do that for her because she was absolutely 10 toes down with Nabal, even though he was an evil, wicked man. A lot of you sisters, you try to find justification or an occasion to now think you don't have to submit to your husband. The only time you don't follow his order is if he gives you an unlawful order. You understand? According to these commandments. If he gives you a lawful order to these commandments, you better do it. And do it with a damn smile. Do it with a good attitude. Do it as if Jesus Christ told you. That's what you should do. Do it as if God told you it. And maybe what we'll find out is if your husband is the wicked one or if you're the wicked one. The Lord will reveal it to us. You understand? On the flip side, this is why you should come in here. Because if you do have a wicked husband or if you have a wicked wife, you should get counsel. You should get immediate counsel if you have a husband or a wife that's telling you to do things that go against what God says. That has to be brought up now because you should be able to protect yourself. There's sisters in these fake Israelite groups whose husbands want them to do all types of nasty things to them. And the sister, because she understands that don't sound right, she comes and she calls UPK and she tries to get help. You understand? There's things that are happening behind closed doors that we don't know about. And you have to say something about it if it's happening. What I just gave was a general counsel. You understand? You might need specific counsel. Right? So Malek, Shalom, brother, I have a question about this verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Why do people say his hair was like wool if it says white like wool in color, not texture? Malek, it says white like wool on purpose because it's giving you two different things. White like wool. It didn't say white as snow like it says many times in the Bible. It said white like wool. You understand? The white is the color, wool is the texture. You understand? Out of all the things that are white, why did it choose wool to describe it? That's just not by happenstance. That's on purpose. white like wool, because that's describing the texture. You understand? The sister said, I've requested counsel and still have yet to receive it. What you can do is you can call General Muhammad. You understand? Call General Muhammad, request General Muhammad's number for counsel, and you can call General Muhammad and get that counsel that you need. You understand? I say get it done sooner than later. Sooner than later. If you already spoken to the camp leader, you understand? And if you want to expedite things, all you do is just request to have it expedited and to speak to General Muhammad. You understand? And then from there, go from there. So that's what that means. White like wool. Christ's hair was white and it looked like wool. You understand? It was like our hair. So now let's get back to this real quick.
Kawakan. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Verse 2. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord, but he that is preserved in his ways despiseth him. That's it.
Right. So now we have Proverbs chapter 14, verse 3.
So if I could close it out.
Absolutely.
Proverbs 14 and 3. Bapaya, Awayal, Khatar, Ga'awa, Weshapathya, Chakamyam, Thasha Marama. Verse 4. Ba'ayan, Alapium, Abawasa, Bara, Warab, Thaba Wa'ath, Slake, Thaba Wa'awath, Thaba Wa'awath, Bakath, Slake, Bakach, Shawar, verse 5. I, Amawanyam, La'a, Yaka Zab, Waya Payak, Kazabium, I, Shaquar, verse 6. Bakwash, Lataza, Chachama, Wa'ayan, Wada'aith, Lana Bawan, Naqual, verse 7. Laka, Mana God, La'ayash, Kasayal, Wabal, Yada Aith, Shapathia, the Aith, verse 8. Ha Hamath, Irawam, Habayan, Dara Darakwa, Wa'a Walath, Kasayalyam, Marama, verse 9. Awalyam, Slakya. Yeah. Awalyam, Yala Yataza, Asham, Wabayan, Yasharyam, Ratazawan.
Right. So said the water, no sweat, sis, no sweat. Now let's finish this out. We're gonna read Proverbs chapter 14, verse 3 in the English. Let's get it.
Kawakan. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 3. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox.
Read that again.
Kawakan. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox.
This lets you know the Bible is our book. Because it's just referred to as your dwelling place, your home as the crib.
Right.
Literally. Who else calls your house the crib? That word wasn't created by white people. The Jewish man doesn't call his home the crib. We call our home I'm going back to the crib. What? The crib? What? What are you talking about? Your house? Yeah, the crib. The Bible's our book. It's so many different things like this that's throughout it. Let you know that we're the same people that speak like this today. We speak in metaphors and analogies and don't even understand it. Don't even realize the way we speak is the same way we spoke in the Bible. It's just spiritual element to it. You understand? Go ahead, Mother.
If I could, that's Florida 101, the crib.
The crib, brother. That's since I've been on earth. That's the only word I know for home. You understand? It's crib. Let's keep reading.
Come. Verse 5, a faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. Verse 6, a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. Salaki, can I read that again? Verse 7, go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceiveth not in him the lips of knowledge. Verse 8, the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his ways, but the folly of fools is deceit. Verse 9, fools make a mock in sin. Salaki, fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor.
What's the next question? You say, I imagine. Is it me or you?
It's you.
Up here, I imagine, which means to stand. That'll work. So now we cover this up.
Point of wine, sir.
Point of wine, okay.
Well, y'all SHALAM.
Men of Israel, gird up thy loins to prepare to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Brak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brak Yah. All right, Amajim, which means to stand. Wapanya Hakwadam, which means turn to face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Abanau. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodah. I.S.U.P.K.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Malakutka. Gaba'ah.
Ratazai. I.S.U.P.K. Barataza. Kawah. Bashemayim.
Thumbnail.
Lakam,
Cow.
Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabawak now, Kasalak now, Kabawak now, Wala'ah, Tabi'ai now, Badasai one, Ball, Habashai now, Mayan, Rye, Kaya, Lakab, Hamalak, Wa'ala,
We'll have the power. Amen. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
We want to say a cut the power, Yahweh.
By
Hashem Yahushua.
Baba Kashab. The thunder now. Hakak. La'pa'ah. Kalmakala. Wakal Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. Lahapi. Hamathia. Hakak. Arakawa. Patama. Lagarashan. Hashem Yahushua. The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
We want to say bless Israel. Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua.
Baraklanau.
Wayasha'al. Wahabayah. Sapari. Barak. Magun.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to say Psalm 121. Asha'a,
Ayanya,
Ahahari,
Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izori, Ma'ai, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Wa'aratiza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yaishan, Shalomar, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yan, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemah, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makalrai, Yashamar, After Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'af, Wabul Aitha, Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. So be it.
We want to say Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Dhacharash, Al-Dhashakwat, Yahanna, Al-Yabika, Yahamu-Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'al, Ra'ash, Al-Amika, Ya'iriyama, Sawa, Wayataya Aitazwa, Al-Tazapawanika, Amaru, Lakawa, Wanakakina, Magalia, Yazakar, Shem Yasha'al, Iwa, Kaya, Nawa Aitazwa, La, Yakabu, Al-Yaka, Barya, Yakarafu, Ahoy, Adawam, Wayashima'ayim, Mawa'ab, Wahagarim, Gabar, Wa'amalak, Palashat, I'm Yashabi, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawak, Sarawak, Labanya Lawak, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadi, Kasai Sara'ah, Kayabi, Balakar, Koyashma, Nashima,
Shemala.
Ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Demand.
La
Adama.
Adama.
Shayi Thumwa.
Nadayabu.
Nadayabu.
Ka'ira.
Because of Abba.
Because of Abba.
Because of Ba.
Because of Ba.
Because of Zalmanai.
Because of Zalmanai. Kamasai Kumwa.
Ashar.
Amaro.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahaya. Shayi Thumwa. Goggle. Lakwash. Lapunya Raka. Ka'ash. Taba Ira. Wakala Haba. Falahat. Haryam. Khan. Thurdatma. Basa Irika. Wabaso Apaka. Sabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaha. Kualawan. Wayabakwashua. Shaka. Yahweh.
Yabashua.
Wayabahawa. Ajai. Wayakaparu. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Atha. Shimka. Yahweh. Labaka. Ayawan. Al-Kahar-Rataza. The water among. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarene, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ored, and like Zahab. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it.
We would say the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa
Alahai.
Mutazabaya.
Mutazabaya.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Ha Alawapi.
Ha Alawapi.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Kwatazayanyan.
Ha Kwatazayanyan.
Ha Kalayayan.
Ha Kalayayan.
Wa Hakwafi.
Wa Hakwafi.
Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai.
Bahashim Yahushai.
Waraman.
The Waraman. And in the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The general. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. We'll do the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system. Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it.
Sorry, we turn. Sisters may be seated. Want to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Shabbat, Imaju, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatham. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatham.
Yajamata. Class dismissed.
Make sure y'all like and share the stream. We out of here, Israel.